Greetings fellow ukuleleans, Jeff Weinberger coming at you here with a new ukulele tutorial. Today I'd like to show you a new picking pattern. What I just played was a 2-measure pattern. It has a couple halves to it, so we'll go over it separately, the first half and then the second half. But I want to show you first those chords I was playing in case you weren't sure what I was doing. I started with an A minor chord. And this particular A minor chord is just like your traditional one-finger A minor, but with an additional finger added to it. So it's actually 2-0-0-3. See that? A traditional A minor has your A string open and is a beautiful chord, but this kind of brightens it up by adding that extra high note, which happens to be C. Alright, so then we take that shape, we take the 2-0-0-3 and just slide it up 2 frets. And that gives us 4-0-0-5. And when you take that and slide it up, you change the shape, but you're sliding up to the 5th fret and the 7th fret, so that gives you 5-0-0-7. That's kind of like a C chord. It's pretty close to what we would call a C chord, but it has all the right stuff to be a C chord. It just lacks the note G. It has 2 C's and 2 E's in it, so it's almost a C chord. So these chords kind of are partial chords, but that first one was most definitely an A minor. That has A, C, and E in it, so that qualifies as a full A minor chord. But these two, there could be some debate about what the names of them are. But anyway, let's strum those 3 chords. Let's get used to those in case they're new to you. Let's do them 4 strums apiece, and we'll start on the first A minor and work our way up and back. 1, 2, 3, 4. That again. So that's the chord part of it, not too hard. 3 fairly easy chords. It only takes 2 fingers. You can use any fingers you want, by the way. I oftentimes will use my pinky for that highest chord, but if you use your 3rd finger, that's okay too. It's going to sound the same, it's just a matter of preference. Alright, let's get into that finger picking pattern, because that's the main point of this video, is to show you a new finger picking pattern that might be slightly more complex than some of the 1-measure ones that you normally do. Alright, so we're going to start off with that A minor chord again, and we're picking it like this. That's pretty easy. We're just pinching the G string with our thumb and the A string with our middle finger to sound 2 strings at the same time. Of course, you probably notice I have a low G, as I have lately, ever since I bought this new Romero Creation Steiny tenor made of mahogany here. I have a low G on it. I'm going to keep this as my low G ukulele, but if you have a high G, that's fine. This is going to sound good too. So again, pinching the G and the A strings together at the same time, and then your index finger comes in and plays that E string open all by itself. That's all you do. Then you do that again, so it's twice. That by itself is a fairly nice little ballad kind of finger picking pattern if you're doing a slow ballad. But then we spiff it up a little bit when we move to the next chord, and we go. Let me show you what's going on there. So I'm pinching, and I do my E string again, just like before. But now my thumb comes down and grabs that C string, our open C string, which is the lowest note on a high G ukulele. It's the 4th lowest note on my low G ukulele. So that gives you a pinch, an open E, and then your thumb gets that open C. And then we finish off this pattern by playing our G with the thumb, our E with the index, and that C again with our thumb. So that goes. last three moves. So we had, and again that second half. Pinch, E, C, G, E, C. Pretty cool little pattern all by itself, but combine it with the first pattern, which was just put them together to make a two-measure pattern, and you get Now, don't get the impression that you have to do this in the key of A minor or even necessarily on a minor key song. This would work just as well if you did, say, a familiar C chord, and you did, and then maybe like a G7 chord. Sounds vaguely ragtime when you do it like that, whereas the first example might have been more folk or classical or new age, but it really changes character when you change to different chords. So again, we have a two-measure picking pattern, not a one-measure one, and it has a first half and a second half. First half again, and a second half. That gives your playing a little more complexity, a little more richness, and it just makes your finger-style ukulele playing that much more interesting. Alright, fellow ukuleleans, I hope you enjoyed that. There will be full tabs available on Patreon. I'll put a nice little link down below so you can see this all tabbed out. If there was any mystery to it, that should solve any problems in the explanation or in your view of my fingers. Seeing it in tab really helps a lot of people. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to like, be sure to click the notify bell, and visit me over on Patreon, where you have hundreds and hundreds of song sheets, chord charts, tabs, and all kinds of free goodies too. Alright, ukuleleans, take care. Bye-bye.